Hello, everyone. My name is Heather Phillips. I'm an adult services librarian here at the Muskingum County Library. And today I am going to show you how to use one of our databases, the Newspaper Archive. This is especially good for historical newspapers, of course, but if you're looking for genealogy things or old articles or obituaries, this is excellent, especially since, as of this recording, our microfilm collection is no longer available to the public. So you'll start at our website here, and you'll go down to research and click on research databases to find it. And scroll on down, it's way down here at the bottom-ish. Right there, newspaper archive. So we'll click on that to get in. And this is what the main website looks like. It's very searchable. You'll want to scroll down here to the map. So you can explore just the US if you would like. There are also other countries in here, so if you want to look maybe where your ancestors are from and find what's going on during the time period that they left to immigrate over, you can look at some of those. I will warn you, most of them are just Stars and Stripes, which is a military newspaper, so it doesn't have a lot about what's going on in the country, but a few of them do, like Ireland over here. Let's go down and I'll show you all the Dublin newspapers. So here are all the newspapers from Dublin that you can access, which is really excellent to see what some of them look like back in the 1700s. So one thing I want you to notice on this page is the newspapers are ordered alphabetically, not chronologically. So if you're looking for a specific date, you kind of have to search around a little bit. You'll see 1726, 1835, and they just jump all over. So if you're looking for a specific date, you'll need to search a little bit. And there's also this search box here where you can put in a keyword or a name and search all of those newspapers. So let's go back and I'll show you how to get into the Zanesville ones. If you ever need to get back to the home screen, right here in the top left corner, just click on Newspaper Archive and it takes you right back to the beginning. So you can start with just a name search, but it'll browse every single paper in the US. And that will not get you really the results that you want. So you'll come down here, and how we do it at the reference desk is just click on Ohio, and then scroll down, and we click on Zanesville. And here you will see all of the newspapers that are available through Zanesville. So the Zanesville newspapers cover 1846 to 1977. And you can go through and just click into the paper and search through the articles if you'd like. However, the great thing about Newspaper Archive is how very searchable it is. It makes it very simple. So if you have just a name, you can go into this box and search all of the newspapers, all the Zanesville newspapers, and it'll find every instance of that name. So if you just have a name for who your ancestor was, but you don't have a date or anything like that that you need, this is a lot better, a lot more searchable than the microfilm in that sense. However, the microfilm that we have is a lot more comprehensive. So I would start with Newspaper Archive and then go to microfilm if you need to. So we'll try a search. We're going to just try John Smith. And you'll see that that gets us a lot of search results right up here. So at this point is where I narrow it down and just say revise your search. And instead of all of the words for John Smith, we want the exact phrase, John Smith. And actually, maybe you already know that your ancestor's name is John Smith, but you really want his wife. because everything that you find is referring to her as Mrs. John Smith, and you can't find a name for her. And then you can narrow it down to between the years or between dates, exact date, if you have an exact date for that. So we're going to say we have no idea, but we think she died somewhere between 1930 and 1935. And then we'll search using those parameters. So you can see it brings up a little bit of the articles, and it nicely highlights what you're going to be or what you're seeing. So looking at this very first one, I don't see anything. Well, there was a killed in automobile accident, but you don't think that's in Cleveland. So that one is probably not the one we're looking for. But scrolling down a little bit, you have for Mrs. M. Smith, wife of John Smith, will be held at 1 o'clock Monday afternoon at Mount Perry United. So you know that is probably listing the hours for the wake. So you can click in here. And it brings up the newspaper. And it also really highlights all of the search terms that you're looking for. So every single John, every single wife, every single Smith in here will be highlighted. So let's see, right there is a bunch of yellow. And you have Mrs. John Smith. And we're going to zoom in because nobody can read that. And there it is. And you just left click on this little cursor and drag around to manipulate where you want this to be. So you have services for Mrs. Mattie Smith, wife of John Smith, will be held at da-da-da-da-da. And you see her son's name is Virgil of Dayton, and you know that yes, the person you're looking for does have a son named Virgil, so you know that's the one that you want. So from here, it gets a little trickier. Let's see. If you want to print this out and keep it for the records, there are a few different ways that you can do it. One, you can just come up here to the nice taskbar and hit print. But you'll see from the print preview that that is the entire article. And you have that tiny little text, so you can barely see what you're trying to find. So the other way to do it is a little bit more complicated, but you will get what you're looking for. Let's scroll down and find her again. There we go. So right up here, there are other things that you can do. You can save the image, you can share it and email this link to yourself so that you'll be able to get into it again. You can crop, you can adjust the brightness, and of course I've been zooming in and zooming out along the way all throughout. So what we're going to do to make this a little bit more readable when you do print it out is crop. We're going to run the rectangle tool, and we're going to grab this box and drag it over the little snippet of the article that we actually want, and drag the corner down so we get the entire thing, and that is what we want. So tag this clip up here is where you actually press clip, but first you need to fill out this. So this is an obituary, so we're going to go down to obituary. Select the clipping folder. Now you can create your own folder if you're going to be using this a lot. If you have a user login and you just want to constantly do everything online in Newspaper Archive. However, you can also feel free to save it to our little reference folder right there, and then clip it from there. And then after that, you'll hit download. And we're going to download it as a PDF. And that brings up this. So it's a little hard to read still here, but it is a lot bigger. So that makes it a lot easier. And I really like how if you have it as a PDF, it brings up the newspaper that it's in and the date and even what page. So if you ever need to find this again, or see what else is going on the same date, you can. It makes it very, very simple. And that is it. It is really easy to navigate. It's kind of one of our go-to resources if somebody has a name and they just ask us to find out if we can find a historical obituary for them. We generally do this before we go to the microfilm, just because this is a little easier for us than searching through pages and pages of microfilm. So I would highly recommend, if you are hurting from lack of microfilm access, that you check out this database. Okay, have a great day, everyone. I hope you really enjoyed that.